With the NBA trade deadline officially coming to an end last week on March 25th, many trades have occurred, and to note a few, the major ones included Oladipo to the Heat, where the Heat absolutely robbed the Rockets and only gave up Kelly Olynyk, Avery Bradley, and a 2022 pick swap. Another notable signing was of course the current villains of the NBA in the Brooklyn Nets, acquiring LaMarcus Aldridge from the Spurs, since Aldridge was bought out by them, and as a result, he pulled out DeMarcus Cousins and signed with the Nets on a 1-year veteran minimum deal. These two deals are both very major, but the biggest one, of course, as you can guess by the title, is Andre Drummond going to the Lakers, since this could change the whole landscape of the NBA, and here's why. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy C3, back with a lit video, cause you know I only drop the best content around here. Hope all of you guys out there are having a great start to your week as usual, and of course, I got the weekly video for you guys. Before we start though, and you're new here or still unsubscribed, please hit the like and subscribe button so it gets us a step closer to 900 subscribers and to show that you support the channel. Each one helps out a lot, so really appreciate it if you did. Other than that though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get straight into it. Andre Drummond is a pretty big name in the NBA and known as one of the top big mans in the league, standing at 7 foot tall and being a very solid center. He's still very young still, where he's only 28 years old and should be in his prime, where with the 25 games he played on the Cavaliers this year, Drummond put up 17.5 points, 13.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 1.2 blocks. As you can see, Drummond was extremely dominant and was second in the league for rebound leaders, just behind Rudy Gobert. He's playing phenomenal, but around the beginning of February, the Cavaliers decided to shut him down and shelve him since they already had way too many bigs in Jarrett Allen, Kevin Love, and Larry Nance Jr. As a result, since then, Drummond has not played a game because the Cavs wanted to find a trade partner for Drummond, but in the end, it never worked out. No successful trade talks went through, and Drummond was eventually bought out, where on Sunday, Drummond cleared up his waivers and decided to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, which is insane. With the injuries of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who are still out for at least a couple more weeks, Drummond will definitely be a big help, but what impact will he bring to the Lakers? Ever since the start of the season, the Lakers have been in need of a center since the Marc Gasol experiment has not worked out at all, and Gasol has been extremely disappointing this year. Gasol has only put up 4.8 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks in his 38 games with the Lakers, and keep in mind too, he's starting for almost all of them and still put up such low stats. It shows like Gasol has really fallen off, since he wasn't even close to being the same player he once was on the Grizzlies and the Raptors, since he is 36 now too, and is probably close to retiring with the way that he's been playing. For the other Lakers center, Montrezl Harrell though, Montrezl has still been playing extremely well, putting up 15.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 0.8 blocks a game, but the problem is that Montrezl is just extremely undersized for center, where he only stands at 6'8". As a result, he is a major liability on defense at times, and this is why the Lakers signed Drummond. Drummond has the height of a solid center, as mentioned before, where he stands exactly at 7 foot, and will provide the Lakers with much needed paint protection, especially with Davis still being sidelined. With the loss of JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard from last season, who were the main paint protectors for the Lakers, many games will depend on his defense, and at the same time, it gives Coach Vogel another defensive monster to use in their lineup. Think about it. If the Lakers go up against the Clippers or the Nets, they need a big man who can stop Zubac or Aldridge, but now they have the perfect man in Drummond. Drummond solves the Lakers' biggest weakness this year, where they never had a solid center, and he will have a huge impact, with LeBron and Davis still being injured for a couple more weeks. To top it off, the Lakers didn't have to give up any of their players, and there's honestly not much of a risk signing Drummond too, since he has established himself to be a solid player, being a former 2-time All-Star and 4-time rebounding leader, and is not coming off a major injury. With his rebounds, he will give the Lakers many more second chance shots, which will have a major impact, especially down the road in the playoffs. Now I know some of you guys out there might look at advanced stats, and if that's the case, you know that Drummond's advanced stats are horrendous, and some people consider Drummond as a player who only puts up empty stats, but I strongly disagree and believe that this will change since he is playing beside LeBron James. LeBron is notoriously known to make his teammates play a lot better than they actually are, especially with centers. For example, last year, Dwight Howard signed with the Lakers, and it was basically his last chance on an NBA team since no other teams offered to reach out to him. By playing with LeBron, Howard increased his value significantly since LeBron would dish out dimes to him in the paint and threw him good lobs, which resulted in him putting up a solid 7.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks a game, and Howard was able to basically prolong his career where the Sixers signed him. As a result, I believe Drummond will for sure play better since LeBron will look for him in the paint and therefore this was a very good signing for the Lakers and potentially be a major factor why they might be able to repeat this year. But what do you guys think? Do you guys believe Drummond will be able to make a huge difference on the Lakers and be the missing piece that the Lakers needed? Let me know in the comment section below about all your guys' thoughts, and hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. Additionally, be sure to check out Drummond's debut on Wednesday, and until next time, AC3 out!